Going to school, I studied engineering. And then when I got to graduate school, I changed over to science. And I became an expert in the skeletal system and got my PhD in what happens to bones when we go out into space. Then I came to NASA and I was responsible for implementing a scientific strategy for a lot more human research than I had learned in school. So I had to keep learning. So I already knew about the bones, but then I needed to learn about what happens to the cardiovascular system in our hearts when we go into space. What happens to our muscles when we go into space and we don't use them as much anymore because we don't have the effects of gravity, and the entire human body in space. So I feel like I'm just always constantly learning, and I love it.
When am I ever going to need to present anything?
So I'm so glad you asked that question, because presentation skills are honestly crucial life skills. And you might not know it, but you're actually exercising and training this muscle almost all the time. So let me give you the perfect scenario. Engineers and astrophysicists at NASA recently released the highly anticipated James Webb Space Telescope first images. And in these amazing images, you can see hundreds and thousands of stars and galaxies all around. But we had to present that information to the general public. And even now, I can tell you cool facts about how Stephan's quintet has 5 galaxies almost forming this galactic dance with each other, and how we know that there's an active black hole in at least one of them. You see, presentation skills allow you to articulate your thoughts and ideas to your audience and help stir them to either thought, action, and in some cases, even both. Great question.
When am I ever going to need to work in groups?
Well, let me tell you, Clayton, at NASA, we work in groups all the time. In fact, no one has ever gone to space by themselves. I know what you're thinking. Megan, those first space flyers were in a capsule with just one seat. But even then, it took a team to get them there and to get them home safely. When we're tackling the big, important problems, like designing and operating new spacecraft, we need a team of people willing to bring their best ideas, their questions, and their solutions to make it all work. Sometimes you need to step up and be the leader. Sometimes you need to be a strong follower, but always you need to be respectful of what each person brings to the team and support each other to reach mission success. Together, we will go far.
En la NASA, nuestro recurso más importante es nuestra gente.
Una fuerza laboral talentosa, diversa,
dedicada a estudiar los secretos del universo y de nuestro planeta natal.
Para el beneficio de la humanidad.
La comunidad hispana contribuye a diario a misiones esenciales de la agencia,
trabajando para mantener seguros a nuestros astronautas y misiones en órbita.
Monitoreando los efectos de cambios climáticos.
Prediciendo eventos meteorológicos que pueden afectar a nuestras comunidades.
Ayudando a la respuesta en desastres.
Diseñando los aviones de tecnología sostenible del futuro.
Desarrollando ciencia y tecnología a bordo de la Estación Espacial Internacional.
Desentrañando los orígenes del universo.
Buscando señales de vida antigua en otros planetas.
¡Hemos llegado! Perseverance llegó. Y preparándonos para llevar a la primera mujer y a la primera persona de color a la Luna.
Nuestra diversidad de orígenes y culturas impulsa nuestra capacidad para innovar.
Y hace que nuestra agencia sea más fuerte, incluyente y diversa.
Somos hispanos.
Somos hispanos.
Somos hispanos.
Somos hispanos.
Somos hispanos.
Somos NASA.
Sigue nuestras historias en NASA en español.
Experience. Innovation. Safety. The Aeronautics Test Program at Dryden Flight Research Center. Flight Loads Laboratory. Research Aircraft Integration Facility. Western Aeronautical Test Range. Support Aircraft. The Aeronautics Test Program at Dryden Flight Research Center. NASA Dryden's Aeronautics Test Program, Flight Operations and Test Infrastructure Project offers government agencies, corporations, and institutions an extensive range of state-of-the-art support aircraft, communication and telemetry, simulation, and structures research capabilities. NASA's Aeronautics Test Program assets located at Dryden Flight Research Center. Advancing technology and science through flight. Flight Loads Laboratory. Given its vast physical resources and highly experienced technical staff, the Flight Loads Laboratory is a unique national resource constructed to support flight research and tests of aircraft structures dating back to the X-15 hypersonic research program. At NASA Dryden's Flight Loads Laboratory, a comprehensive set of structural test capabilities can be achieved, including thermal, mechanical, structural dynamics,